This is the stator testing system. Now we're going to power on by press this button. This is the front face of the testing system. Here is the tester status indicate light, test, pass and fail light. Here is the test button and reset button. There are two USB ports. We can connect the USB flash drive to export testing data. Here is the port for LAN connection, for network connection. This is the home page. The first one is the system setting page, and model management, data management, and test. Okay, we will introduce one by one. First is the system setting. Enter the password 6. Now we are entered into the system setting page. We can select user, administrator, and guest. Under guest mode, the parameters cannot be changed. Under administrator mode, we can change all the parameter range. Okay, now it's under administrator. This is the status check of this tester. We can check it's all normal now. This is the brightness, the screen brightness setting. There are 10 grades. Here is the volume for pass and fail alarm. Here's the internet setting. We can connect this tester, connect the internet to make it connect the remote control. So we can, by remote control, we can diagnose and upgrade the software. Here's the language setting. Here is the time of the tester displayed, the year, month, date, and time. Okay, this is about the system setting page. The model management. Here is the established motor model. It will display in this area. Here, click the blank space. We can create a new model. We will create a new one sample. Enter. Click end. It will end the new model, current model sample. Now we can set the test and all the parameters for the new established model sample. Here, we can select test items. Click, we can remove or setting. Click the backspace. And here, we can select, it's a Poka-Yoka mode, if NG. For example, if we test a stator, the stator passed the high pot test. So it will continue the following test if we select go on. And if we select stop, then it will stop, interrupt, and do not doing the following test. And if we select ask, it will pop up a window and ask continue to test or not. Here is the motor type selection. We can select the motor type and the motor diagram, like ABC, Y. This is for 3-phase Y type. Next one. This is for single phase. And here we can set the terminal color and the stator leads. Now we will set the parameters of each test. The DCR means DC, line-to-line resistance. IR, insulation resistance. ACHV means AC high pot, AC high voltage test. This is a surge or impulse, layer short test. This is the inductance. Click the test item and setting It will enter into the parameter setting page of this test. Here we can select the terminal. Select the terminal 1, 2, 2, 3, and 3 to 1. And minimum resistance, maximum resistance, the resistance range, and standard resistance. Here's the unit, ohm, milliohm. Materials selection. First, we will enter into the standard resistance value. Enter standard and select the unit, ohm, material, copper, and also standard. After enter into the standard value, we can set the maximum and minimum, the tolerance percentage, 10%. And then click the calculation button. Calculation button. It will calculate the minimum and maximum value automatically. So we do not need to calculate and enter manually. It will save time. And here enable the test. This is the unbalanced mode. It's for the three-phase motor stator. We can select the three-phase unbalanced mode. Now it's off. It has 6 calculation formula. Here is the formula. We can select as required. Here is the tolerance, the three-phase unbalanced tolerance percentage range. This is a temperature compensation. We can turn on this compensation and set the standard temperature to 20 Celsius degree. Okay, after finish all the setting, click Save and back to model. The IR, insulation resistance setting. Select the voltage, 500 or 1000 volt. Set the minimum and maximum range. The test time, 1 second. Save. High pot, the high pot setting. Enter the voltage, 500 volt. Test time, the minimum and maximum leakage current range. The arc detection, grade 9 is the most sensitive level. 0 means turn off this function. Frequency, the surge setting. First, select the terminal, just like we did in the line-to-line resistance setting. 1 to 2, 2 to 3, and 1 to 3. And then set the voltage, set the impulse voltage, the time, test time, the area difference. After connecting the tested stator, and click sample to get the graph of the sample. Normally we will take more than one sample. After get the first sample, then connect the second one. Click End. Sample 1 complete. And again. Sample 2. Sample 3. And then click Down. It will calculate the average graph of all the acquired sample automatically and save the average graph as the master one. The tested stator will compare with this master graph. The inductance setting. Here the terminal selection is the same with the line-to-line resistance. And the standard inductance value, enter into the standard inductance value and set the tolerance percentage range. Click calculation. It will calculate the maximum, minimum and maximum value automatically. Select the unit and enable the test. Here is the test time, the frequency, voltage. This is the inductance unbalance. It's also for the three-phase motor. unbalanced tolerance range setting. Save. Okay, now we have finished the setting of this current model sample. Save. Test. Okay, we will introduce the next one and then we will come back and test. Here is the data management. We can check all the data. Click one, more to check its details, the parameter range, result, final result, height. And here is the query column. We can query the data by model or by the date, start and end date and time. Query. We could also delete the data. Export. We can connect the USB flash drive here, and here it will show the disk, detect disk, and then export. The data will be exported to the USB flash drive in the format of CSV file. It can be checked in Excel. Here, the periodic data. It will show in production quantity, the daily production quantity. The history. Okay, that's about the data. Now we have connected a stator, and we will start to test. We have finished the setting of this current model sample, and save back to test. Press the test button. All the selected items will be tested automatically. And here is the test item, the DCR, line-to-line resistance, insulation resistance, surge, inductance. And here is the parameter range we already set. Here is the test result and final result, OK or NG. This is the statistic data. It will show the total test quantity, pass quantity, and field quantity of each test, clear or exit. The lead color. The search graph, you can click to check the large. And current model, the user, administrator, or guest, the ambient temperature, the final result. And here is the date and time of the system. Okay, this is about the test interface.